Sheet. Come on. All right. I hate that you like the docs. You click the check mark and
All right, we're live. Good evening.
oh, welcome. They feel my pain. It's all gravy. Welcome, welcome. Um, I'm Pat. That's Eric. Welcome to Fancy Breakouts as usual. Obviously, today we're gonna go over the week 3 recaps and takeaways and whatnot, as well as week 4 waivers. So let's dive right into it. First game we're gonna start off with is we talking about the Chiefs and the Chargers first. What was the Thursday night game?
We already talked about that in the Sunday morning show, so please
I said
tune in
Sunday.
to the Sunday morning show. Plug that a little bit.
He said Sunday
Get,
brunch. All right, so
get you ready
let's talk
for
about
that.
Washington Bills. This is the game we expected from Josh Allen. He did his thing. Eric talked about the wind. We also had some
Like 10
surprising,
times.
surprising factors, which we'll dive into a little bit later. But Josh Allen showed out. Washington, well, Gibson had a big run, right? Were you surprised by that? Were you excited to see that, Eric?
Yeah, that the Gibson run. I mean, that was a whole summer and spring of me telling you to draft him. That was like a lot of relief for me. I was just like, man, I've strayed myself, astray. I don't know. But it was very relieving to see him because he's a playmaker. I mean, give him some chances. Like, are we going to give him some chances? He used to be a receiver. He's I think in every way faster, stronger, better at football than McKissick. I mean,
More
let's
complete.
give him some touches. And they're going to play that front. They're going to play that tough front for the Bills. I am not worried about the. And we just got. Did everybody hear that? The ad? But anyway, so Jesus. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna just go to the NFL one. Okay. Anyway, the Bills front was gonna be tough, so I knew he wasn't gonna run for a ton of yards and have high yards per carry. The other thing with that game, Moss and Singletary, they're both back to being unusable. Complete split of all the work. So if you like Singletary, you got to wait for an injury, I guess. But otherwise,
The
that's pretty much the
poor,
main takeaways, other than them focusing on Diggs, so it opened up for Beasley and Knox a little bit.
the poor man's version of the Browns backfield at the moment.
Very poor.
Uh, okay. Yeah, and then we'll talk about somebody else from that game later. But what about the second game? Let's dive into uh, Arizona and Jags. Now, this is a very surprising game in
Arizona Jags.
a lot of angles, a lot of perspectives. Arizona did not look good to me.
No.
And this happened last year. With Cliff Kingsbury's offense looks great, and all of a sudden one week that was bad. Boo. Kyler still got you a dub. I mean, that's his floor, but other than that, it just did not look good. You know, what do you think about the receiving core? I know we talked about different receivers last week.
Yeah, they threw a wrench into kind of what we were expecting. They just gave AJ Green the most looks. So, I mean, you got to take what the defense gives you, and I think that he wasn't part of the game plan. Which I mean, I think game plans and like defensive adjustments are coming into factor more this time of year versus the first few games of the year. So, I mean, can't be too mad. Um, Even Christian Kirk got a lot more work than Rondale Moore. Rondale Moore only ran to not help anything. He only ran 13% of the team's routes in the first half. It's just ugly. So that's what I was a little bit afraid of, but we were hoping a
That's
lot of
nuts,
focus
man.
would go to would go over to Hopkins. So then Rondale Moore would be open, but it just wasn't the case.
Right now, are you worried about Hop right now? For forever, his biggest thing was like he's going to get 30 to 37% target share usually.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking like that right now.
Right. Right. I don't know.
They're spreading that, man.
Yeah, they definitely were. I wouldn't be too worried about it quite yet. I don't know. He had the injury. What is he? Is he the ribs? He has the ribs problem.
Ribs. Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, so maybe that was part of it.
Yeah.
But
We'll also talk about Mr. Green later, obviously, but yeah, I just was very overall disappointed with that offense. On the flip side of things, Urban Meyer finally used the Jags' only offensive weapon last year. It was weird.
Hmm.
You talk about giving the man touches. He went from what 7 and like to
James
21 or
Robinson.
something.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, stop it. And we talked about Urban Meyer's quotes and stuff. It's not looking too good. DJ Shark got lucky one. Well, I don't say lucky. Marvin Jones. I think that's pretty much what you expect from that
This is
offense.
exactly. Yep. This is what I would expect. And look at James Robinson in the passing game too.
Exactly.
That's what you need to see.
I mean, the man's just give him the ball. Like you gotta come. He still threw 2 interceptions. Trevor Lawrence. You got to come to a realization that to take the ball out of his hands, you need safety valve dump offs and whatnot. And James Robinson can do exactly that. So hopefully they stick with that game plan. James Robinson is a lot more reliable, but Urban Meyer.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's
next
go back
game.
up. Let's go back to Chargers and Chiefs because we kind of skipped that one. But
Oh,
somebody you've liked for years. Injuries have been the problem, not skill. Mike Williams, 9 targets again. Keenan Allen, 12. But I think we are entering. Personally, I would put Mike Evans, Mike Williams at that back end wide receiver 1, high end wide receiver 2 right now. And if they can feature those two and give them looks downfield, they're going to move the ball and make things easy for Eckler. So it just seems like, okay, you got Mike Williams, 12 targets week 1. You like to see that coming out of training camp. 10 week 2, and then we have 9 week 3. And they were pretty much in charge this whole game. If they were actually losing this game, it would have been even more probably.
if even that last play to really seal the deal, if that didn't give you confidence in Mike Williams and what they want to feature him with, they got down to like the 4-yard line, and instead of going for field goal, wasting 25 more seconds, they threw the ball to Mike Williams. That doesn't give you like, okay, he's for real. It's his year. You're just not paying attention.
And then we have they get Las Vegas next, and then they have Cleveland, who look better, but I mean the Chargers have a really good offensive line, pass protection wise, so I think he'll still go off.
With him and Allen, like they're going to give each other plenty of opportunities. So,
Chiefs side, we know it's the 2-man show, and CH just kind of, they gave him yards and he accumulated them. I think I was right. Pat and I had a bet between him and ODB and OBJ.
Hey, I
think I won
personally,
that. Give me that W.
Points wise, yes. Eye test wise, no.
Yeah, he looked good. I just wanted to see it 1 week in OBJ, and we had a question, him or CH, and I went CH. So, I mean, both. You're not losing your week because of that decision. It was a good start.
Points. But I will say this, man. Patrick Mahomes is starting to get frustrated because that Chiefs defense is just, they're not good.
They're not very good at anything. They're not even sacking anybody. Like
they're just
no
not.
pressure.
They're just out there. It's like take us to the promised land. And like the ill-advised pick at the end, it's just not looking good right now. So until further notice, I might say play everybody against the Chiefs defense. Flat out. I mean, what have they done besides suit up with Patrick Mahomes? What have they done? So, yeah.
I mean, they're using just for example, they're using Mike Hughes, who is injury-ridden guy cut from the Vikings, as their like number 1 corner right now. Like,
well,
you gonna patch that up? You're gonna patch that up, bro? Like it's just gonna work.
Situation.
This isn't like Bill Belichick or somebody coaching them up. It's you can't just band-aid that. It's weird. Yeah.
We'll see, man. It's interesting in the wrong way.
Right.
Let's get to the next game. Cleveland and Chicago. How about that?
Browns would play every game this way if they could. This is exactly how they want to win.
Yeah, this is more of a offensive line. Bears not being ready. 6 for 20.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not a Bears fan. It hurts. It hurts. Matt Nagy's got to be better. No way. You've had so many chances, man. You got to get together. Like this is bad. And I just said that offensive line looks better, and then you come out and do that.
It's like they weren't even chipping Garrett at all. Like he was just running free around the corner every time. He's faster. He'll one arm you into your guard. If you're playing tackle, he just throws you in the center of the field, and he's he's as fast. If Justin Fields can't see him, he's just as fast as Justin Fields.
Oh yeah.
Guy is a
He's
freak.
just bullying
You got to
everybody.
give him some help. Is weird. It's weird that they didn't change anything up. If the was it like let's
Even at
teach him a
halftime,
lesson? Let's teach him a lesson. Was that what it was, or
I
it
don't
was
know,
weird?
bro. Like, bring him down to earth. Bring this rookie down to earth. Andy Dalton's
Or is it
starter.
the fans? Yeah, shut up the fans. It was
Like, come on, bro.
they got to
You
scheme
didn't
up some
help him.
plays to help him. Yeah.
Justin Fields had a bad day, but you did not help him. Your job is to help rookie quarterbacks' confidence, not destroy it. Anyways, bad. Uh, Browns, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. We already know how this goes. You know what you're getting out of those two. One week's gonna be Nick Chubb, other's gonna be Kareem Hunt. It just happened to be Hunt's week. And like I said, Odell, he had a couple routes, man. He looked good. Had a couple stop and go turn. It looked great to
hmm
me.
First play of the game,
If
I
I'm a,
think, too. One or
yep,
two.
yep. If I'm an Odell owner, yeah, he got 13 for 13. I remember that. If I'm an Odell owner, I'm happy right now. Now, obviously, it's a run-heavy team. Jarvis Landry's not there. Yada yada yada. But I could see that being kind of like his average, maybe about 25 yards more. But he got the targets. Where I got, I think 7 targets or 8 targets, something like that.
hmm
So, you know, if you're Odell owner, that's he's not Odell from New York anymore. Let's be honest. It's just between him and basically, I put more of it on the Browns offense. It's just you see what happens when they force feed him. They get him hurt literally. So I think he's going to be that 80 to 100 yard guy with maybe a touchdown. So wide receiver three.
Yeah, he's definitely
Um,
fantasy relevant for sure.
and he
Um,
looked good, man. He had a couple like I was. Thank you. I'm a big Odell fan. I
yeah.
was I was impressed with a couple catches he had and stuff. So
Yep. I don't know what else to say about that. Browns defense, hang on to him.
yeah, got to play Browns defense. Keep moving. We talked about this game already, right?
Yeah. Well, did we? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about
Let's go to the
Antonio
next
Gibson last
game.
time.
With Indianapolis.
Yeah, Colts, Tennessee. Tannehill went back to his normal self. The touchdowns were going to come. I mean, we weren't really worried about
We
that at
talked
all.
about that. Yeah,
The rushing yards really helped for Tannehill. He must have had like a 40-yard run or something. He had 56 yards rushing.
yeah. He had a couple. Still had 2 picks, but he's throwing, he's slinging.
hmm
Um, they moved the ball. AJ Brown, I think he strained his hamstring. Definitely keep an eye on that. That's going to be like a 3 to 4, maybe longer process. So just keep in mind. Julio, you would think in that situation would get more, but Julio did. He had already game, but it wasn't like you would think it'd be more. Um, Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry. I think that's pretty much, especially the next 4 weeks, going to be the formula. 30 touches,
This is the most
and
average stat line for him.
he's getting
Maybe
also,
more yards per carry,
the
but
receiving. He's getting, that's crazy too. But um, Jonathan Taylor owners, yes, it's ugly. It's very ugly. It's very dull, very boring, very off-brand ketchup. Uh, but I think he'll be all right. There's
yeah, I
no
don't even
way
want to
around
talk about their
it.
passing game though. Ugh,
It's not. I mean, what is
keep
there
it
to talk
real.
about?
Nothing.
You know.
Nothing. I don't
So
care about it. Oh,
Saints, Patriots.
yeah.
I mean, this is pretty much as advertised. Kamara's gonna get his. New Orleans defense is good. I did not play Damian Harris because of this. I think Damian Harris will be fine, but I did not like this matchup, and hence that's what happened. So uh, they got a garbage touchdown at the end. Patriots. We were talking about the early man, but honestly, at the end of the day, didn't look good. The game was way more out of hand than that scoreboard right there.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean that New Orleans defense is for real. I mean they didn't have their coaches week 2, so
mhm.
I mean you can't really weigh that again really too much
I
against
think they
them.
took a yeah.
Once Trent Brown went out though, I think they just got bombarded. I mean they were getting
The
sacked
rap,
nonstop.
the
Um,
floodgates were open.
but yeah, I think New Orleans I probably almost rather have than the Browns though. So
Yeah, I was talking about the schedule and who they're playing and stuff like
hmm
that, but because they definitely to
they get the
me
Vikings
have
next
a
week. Wait, no, the Browns get the Vikings next week.
you know,
Yeah.
uh, but yep. So as advertised, Damian Harris will have better days. Talked about your man James White. I think, like I said, I read a tweet that I think his hip exploded. Somebody said so. He's
Saints
old,
at
man.
Giants next week.
It's pretty much.
You
And
think
I
that's
will
a
talk
wrap
about
on
some.
James White?
I think, bro, the hip exploding. Ugh. He's old, man. He's done. He's done enough. He's got a resume. What else does he need to do? When I look at it, but so next game.
Next game, man. R.I.P. Okay, Falcons, Giants. Really hate the game plan. Like, go deep on these guys, but like you said, Sterling Shepard and Slayton both got hurt pretty quick there. So then
Like
I think that
instantly.
cut off the top of the offense.
Yeah, that was very. This game had a lot more negatives than positive. Positive. You saw Saquon's leap. Man's back. We've been seeing the indicators and whatnot, but he looks solid. Offense is still not good. They just need to get him involved. I don't know. Some people are saying, well, maybe because they got injured. Regardless, Saquon should get those touches. End of story. I'm not trying to hear that. he is going to give you your best chance. Give him the ball. Falcons, Matt Ryan. I don't know if it's you, Arthur Smith. I don't know if y'all need to go get a bottle of whiskey. I don't know if y'all need to chop it up. I don't know. Remember that whiskey library we went to, Eric? The
In
cognac one?
Portland,
Yeah, we need to suggest that to them because they need to go back
just go
and
chill
really think
together.
about this, man. Yeah, quit throwing these 10, 15-yard passes. They have the Calvin Ridley's like yak wherever has gone from like 15-8 to like 7-8. How dare you? Throw the ball. Throw the ball.
Yeah, what
You're
does somebody
throwing
have like
this.
some like foot injury or what is wrong with Matt Ryan? It's just I I would like to like bet on like do you think they'll ever score like more than 32 points this season? I don't think they
At
ever
this
will.
rate, no.
Like
At
they
this,
look like
he's
complete
hurting them
crap,
so
man.
bad. They look just like I said, just ugh. Like what is going on back there? Like, yeah, guys, let's just suit up and it's like they're there going through the motions, but they don't even believe in themselves. They even want to win. At least
Yeah.
last year they were shooting.
It's not as
You
bad
know,
as like Big Ben. We'll talk about that, but oh my god. Yeah, it's just
I mean, he's the next one, and I don't know if it's him or the offense though. That's the thing. Big Ben, he's got some telltale. Like he's gonna be mad that he didn't retire last year.
yeah, that's
But
what you
we'll talk about
remember. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like Philip Rivers. It's like did you need to do
wiffle
that?
balls. But this game, you know, I think the Steelers' defense is good, but when it came down to it, they were on the field too much and they exposed them too much. It gave them great field position. Your defense eventually going to crack. Joe Mixon, for all you guys that are Joe Mixon truthers, whatever, what do you know? Didn't even get 10 points.
Yeah.
RB1, RB1, RB1. Remember all that? Yeah, right. Good joke. Um, Anyways, Jamar Chase looks like the real deal. We talked about that. We had a couple discussions. Jamar Chase and Tyler Boyd. I went with Chase. I mean,
Yeah, we both said Chase. Yep.
he couldn't play in the preseason, but the boy can catch now, and he's always gonna have a deep threat. That's his thing. But he doesn't need. He can. He's like our modern day, like almost Deshaun Jackson right now. Like that's what it looks like. When Djax was Philly Djax. Uh, so he'll get that. Um, Other than that, let's see. Joe Burrow looked all right, looked a little better. Big Ben looks like buns, looks like old, just like the leftover donuts that have been sitting there for 7 days straight. That's what he reminds me of right now. It's just not good.
Have we ever
Um,
seen this though, Pat? In 14 receptions by a running back. What do you, I think he
get that.
had? I think he had like 19 targets or something. I
Yep.
I would go on
Yep.
ESPN, but the ad's gonna play and scream in everybody's ear.
He has 19.
But
He had 19 targets.
it's crazy. And then 14 rushes for 2.9. Man, if they could have just signed somebody. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy how some teams can just line up 4 to 7 good run blockers, and the Patriots couldn't get two. It's like, what the hell are they doing? It's like even
This
the
is
even the Raiders can take a bunch of no names and actually be able to run the ball.
this is like a telltale. This is another thing why I don't believe in Joe Mixon. Write this. This is exact. Both of them have terrible lines. Najee Harris. It doesn't even take that many, but if they really believed in him, like they say they do, and all this, they would give him those touches. And even when they do, he doesn't do anything with it. So Najee Harris, he'll be cool. The rest of everybody else, So high. That's what I'm thinking. Like Deontay Johnson,
Right
I'd
now,
be.
what about Claypool? Claypool gets the Packers probably going to see a lot of Jair. It's just going to be Jair lock him down, and then the rest of the defense worries about Najee, and then hopefully Muth can keep the ball. That's like fantasy. It's like at a certain point though, you want your offense to freaking move the ball, and it's just like it's ugly. This is ugly. I'd
Only
almost
player
rather
sitting
have the
here is
Bears offense than this because the Bears can at
that's
least put them up against bad defenses. But these guys,
like I said. There was that one play where Big Ben like dropped back and he was like going to his right and just like nobody was by him and he just like ah
just falls down.
yeah just
That's why I couldn't start Claypool, but
sniper.
you know, me in the future would say start Claypool over Julio. But oh my, guy is just a freaking, he's just a beanbag out there.
Yep. Next. um, this game really really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was really as a Tyson Williams owner. It was, and I'm still. Some people are, oh, I'm done with Tyson. It's 1 week. And if you look at it, they did not dominate that line. They did
Right.
not. That they were getting bullied.
Mm-hmm.
They were getting bullied. So they need to go back to the drawing board about their offensive line. That's what really created this. Never had any opportunities they did. Like I'm not worried about that. But that was very surprising. They should have stomped them because in that game script, you're thinking about they're going to win like 40-21 ish almost. Not by the best kick or longest kick in the world history. You know what I'm saying? Like it should never came down to that. Marquise Brown had three,
He had
maybe four
three
crucial
bad drops. Oh my god. Yeah, you had to be sick if you watched that and lost by a point or something this week. That'll give you nightmares. He had so many that, like, even I think it was like the first one was kind of tough. Second one was like medium, and then the last one was so
it
easy.
moved up the AT&T thing.
Yeah,
But
he's never been like my top guy,
the
so
guy,
I didn't have him. But yeah, then we're gonna get Rashad Bateman coming back possibly this week, so that's gonna maybe kill him a little bit. But if they can move the ball, like I said, moving the ball is very important. If the offense moves the ball well, then maybe everybody will be okay. Andrews, Marquise, and Bateman, maybe they'll be okay most games. So they just
had a bad week, man.
Yeah, they had a real bad week. So they're probably just looking ahead to the next week, which there's one. I think maybe it's the next one we're going to talk about is like that too.
Teams do that so much,
yeah,
especially against like the Lions. Oh,
the Jags,
and the Lions played, yeah.
The Jags game, like we talked about, that's the one I was thinking of. Just
keep moving.
Anyway,
Denver. Lions. I mean, there's really nothing there on their side of the ball. So, Jets, Broncos. I think the Jets have played or scored 21 combined points in 3 weeks. So that means
just like
every defense they play, you play them.
Yeah,
they're struggling drastically. As far as in the offense, I say play them as well. My man Javonte had a solid game until he fumbled at the end. He could have had a touch. It went from that was like 8-point swing around right there. So it could have been a lot better. Teddy's moving the ball. He's doing what he's supposed to. It's more of a game manager's game. I mean, they were up. The game was never a game really, so he didn't have to do anything.
No. So that's still a pretty good game from him if they're winning the entirety of it. Man, I think they might be the kicker friendliest team. Just looking at that. They've had a very easy schedule. They're going to get Baltimore next week, which they have some problems with. What Ronnie Brown is going to be out for a while. I probably still start Denver. Denver's had the easiest schedule so far this year. I think the opposing teams have like one win, but now they're going to
be tested.
They're going to get the Ravens, then they're going to get the Steelers. So, I mean, you can still hang on to them. Like that was one of our defenses we said to pick up because of their schedule, and it's not even bad now. So. Dolphins, Raiders. Jacoby Brissett teaming up with some. What did he do? I think he was a big guy. Like throw it to the second team receiver whenever he would come in, and I think Gesicki and him are just. It was nuts. I think he had 12 or 13 targets. Went 10 for 86. So Gesicki might be back if we get two out any longer.
Didn't Will Fuller have a touch, or it was a 2-point conversion? I think he had.
Yeah, he had a 2-point conversion right after a touchdown.
He looked better.
He got hurt, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I don't know how bad it was, but yeah. No, I think he got hurt and then he scored. His calf. He was fine. But this three-headed beasts of backfield. Good luck. Don't want anything to do with that. Um, and I think this is going to be defense to pick on. I think the Raiders just had some flukes on their defensive side of the ball. But overall, Henry Ruggs is getting targeted. We'll see. We'll see if that keeps up. But I think I really like Brian Edwards. Pretty much what Derek Carr is playing very good. And I think what happens is they go and triple team Waller, and then he finds whoever's open. So I think usually those guys didn't get those opportunities. I think teams are going towards Waller and Brian Edwards getting wide open.
Yeah, they're definitely all focused on Waller. I mean, that's what we're seeing the defenses adjust at this point, almost a month into the season. Mm-hmm. So Waller is gonna be fine. If you want to play him in DFS, I'd go right back to him next week.
He's getting targets. He's Waller,
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be fine. It is what it is. But Derek Carr is very underrated. He needs to be picked up in every team. It is definitely right now. He's on a wave. If anything, he should be starting over a lot of different people right now. Next game.
Buccaneers Rams. Rams really came to play. I don't know if the Buccaneers kind of had a little bit of a lull there, but now that a lot of the Buccaneers receivers are being consolidated. I mean, Gronk, you could see him being sore and maybe possibly missing this next game. Scotty Miller is really injured. So we're looking at more of Tyler Johnson and then Godwin and Evans from here out, I think. I did that TikTok. I don't know. I don't want to wish anybody freaking injuries, but it was just almost so obvious with Gronkowski. Yeah, he's got a bad everything. You could
body.
Every section of his body's messed up. Yeah. What did you think about? I mean, I knew they weren't going to run very well, and
the backfield's
bouncing a little too much. Look at the Rams against
Stafford. This is why, and I was really high on Stafford. I thought I think they're going to be great because they just need a quarterback. Hence, this is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff can't be sitting there saying, "Oh," and I think they play Detroit next week. Actually, that's going to be fun. Or not next week. They play them in a few weeks. I looked at it, but that's going to be interesting. It's what happens when you get a real quarterback in that scheme. Bobby Woods is being forgotten, man. It looks like he's the short man on the totem pole behind everybody. Cup, I don't think he's going to be like this the whole year. I really don't. He's going to be solid, but he's not going to be 32 points a game. He's a wide receiver 1, I think, right now. I don't think that's going to maintain that. But
he did that the one other year, too. He had it where he was top 3 or so. Him and Thielen, I think. Those
2 years ago.
Slot boys. Slot guys.
2 years. Yeah, something like that. But I don't think it's going to maintain. They're spreading the ball. Everybody eating it.
Oh, we got some questions. Really. Okay, let's pop into waivers quick. Hang on. We got.
Oh, my bad.
What do you think? Should we take? We got 2 games left. Can you wait? Do you mind it, Izzy? We'll go real quick.
We're gonna do the 2 games real quick. Yep.
Real quick. Sorry.
Next game, go.
Okay. Vikings Seahawks. I called it. Mike Boone's gone. Passing game goes to Madison. I would hang on to him. Don't drop him the rest of the season. Do not drop him the rest of the season.
Seahawks defense switched. They went from a terrible passing D to a passing run D, whatever.
It got flipped on its head.
Those pass catches on the Vikings are going to be great. Justin Jefferson's fine. Thielen's going to get his little
Conklin a pickup.
What he's going to get?
Is Conklin a pickup?
I'm not with.
Not yet.
Cool. Nope, not yet. DK Tyler Lockett got hurt. I don't know if he's fine, but you check on that. But DK, I mean, you know how that goes. But they struggled, man. Remember when they hit the wall week 8 or 9 last year?
Hope it's not going to happen like that. But if Lockett's out, Gerald Everett.
Yeah, I can see it.
I think he's the next guy up. Packers. I was going to tell you, I don't know. I don't like going back in history and saying I was going to say something, but I was like, man, this is going to be a big Devontae week. And then, of course, he faces me. We're bound to have it, right?
Oh, yeah. Devontae's going to get his eventually. He could keep the boy out. I don't even know how many, 18, 19 targets, something like that.
19.
Aaron Jones, be looking at him because he looked a little banged up. I was saying, you're running him too much. So we're looking at that. Uh, Kyle, what's the last name?
Juice check. Use check.
No, I'm not talking about the fuck. Kyle Shanahan played his old mind games with the world again. Brandon Ayuk is all of a sudden part of your game plan. George Kittle's like, you gotta leave him there and walk away. Of course, I knew it was gonna be that week. I didn't play him. He actually did something. That's how it is. Um, Jimmy's just hand. You know how the car's like almost in the garage, and he's literally like halfway. He
I
just
think he
keeps
was
reminding
that
him why he
bad.
needs to pass the torch.
Yep. If he had a bad fourth quarter, I think he would have been gone.
Stop throwing high. Step into your throws.
QB coach Pat.
It's every time it's floater. This how you throw. They're not 8 feet tall, man. I don't understand why you keep doing it. Anyways, go to waivers. That's obvious.
Eagles, Cowboys. I had my heart broken. Lost by a point. Got the
Had a
juice.
pretty good game overall.
Got some juice from the fridge.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. I got a good team. Second, it's when you have the second most points, you lose to the first most points guy.
That's how it is.
Got to get one of those done every year. Okay. Anything
What are the questions?
otherwise? Jalen Hurts.
Devontae Smith will be fine.
Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith are okay.
Yeah. Miles Sanders, they're still not letting that man do him. Gainwell almost had a better game than him. Nobody in Philly believe does the owner literally not believe in Miles?
Did you see him? Oh, I think you were asleep. He freaking just leapfrogged somebody, trying to tackle him. Miles Sanders. It was sick.
And they
still don't feed him. They gave up on the run so fast. It was unbelievable how fast they gave up on the run. And their quarterback can run. It's weird.
Great game plan, Ricky.
Okay, Pat,
right,
waivers. Who are your number one? Oh, wait, questions. Is Hubbard good? We talked about it Sunday. Not as good as Madison, but what'd you say? He's flex worthy, right?
Oh yeah. He's gonna get the touches. And they're playing. Who are they playing this week? I think they got an alright schedule coming up. So yeah, he's a flex RB, maybe RB low 2, maybe. So
get the Cowboys this Sunday.
Yeah.
Then Eagles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Carolina. Yeah, that's gonna be a good. Yeah. What's the other question?
Other question. Thanks, Izzy. Anthony Man, YT, YouTube. Should I trade Kelsey, Mixon, Woods, and Tannehill for Zeke, Andrews, Lamar, and AB? What are we gaining here? Okay, you're trading away Kelsey
for Andrews. It's like a 1 to 5 to me right now.
If he likes Mixon, I probably,
honestly, bro, I wouldn't even.
Who do you like better right now, Mixon or
Zeke?
Zeke.
I don't like Mixon. But at the same time,
I like Zeke better. Yeah.
Travis Kelce is one of the safest bets in this league. Everybody else in this list, you can't 1,000% put all your money down and say they're going to have 18 to 20 points. Right? Lamar's going to have those games. But overall, Tannehill's going to have – you're not going to be far behind Tannehill. He's just been lacking touchdown department. Antonio Brown, maybe he made that difference. But I personally, man, I got to look at the chart above it.
I don't think you're winning or losing with this trade. I don't know. Because I like Tannehill too.
I don't think you're gaining enough to make the trade. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's kind of like a wash, and when you do a wash, it's like
because we talked about Bateman's coming back, so then knock Andrews a little bit down a little more. That'll help Lamar though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's really you should do it type situation. I don't think you should.
I'd try to keep Kelsey in that situation. See if you can trade Mixon, Woods, and Tannehill, maybe for a Zeke.
It's easier for teams to stop Tyreek Hill than it is for them to stop Kelsey. So
that's why I say he's the safest. He's going to give you a part of the game plan no matter what.
Yeah, just hang on to it just for a little longer. Weird.
And just because Zeke's going to be high right now, just he came off that good game tonight, and we talk about that back and forth. So
he asked another question. Hey, thanks for sticking around. I know we finished the recap.
Yeah.
I lost him to an injury, and I had
fine, bro.
on the.
Sit back. You got play Chuba, ride his wave. Be looking for another running back, something like that, another cuff. But I'd say right now you're good. Keep riding this wave. You'll be all right.
Okay. Yeah. Just hang tight, man. We got another question. The end. Thanks for the question. Nice dog.
This a question for Eric.
Okay, so I'm in the same boat as you. Trey Sermon. Yes, I have him. I have way too many RB3s on my team. Maybe you're in that same boat where he's just kind of an extra guy, I would assume, on your lineup. I'm in the same boat as you. I would try to. There's been a lot of uncertainty with Elijah Mitchell right now. I don't know. Pat's a big 49er. He collects them like they're freaking like artifacts or something. He's a bone collector. I'm gonna tag you in. I want to say like Pat probably would say grab them both, and then if Sermon loses out, he loses out. I don't know. I want to hang on to him. First of all, hang on to him, but maybe you can collect Elijah Mitchell too. That's kind of where I would do, because you're not going to get any value for him right now, I don't think.
For Sermon, no. Unless he's coming up. Elijah Mitchell, I think, is their back. Because that game did not look like, even with Trey Sermon having the keys to the car, did not run. Like, it didn't prove to me that they believed.
They didn't trust him. No.
At all. No. So, I think once he gets back, I think if anything, Elijah Mitchell will still get the benefit of the doubt. And then keep in mind, we also got somebody else coming back in 4 weeks or so. So
here we go. This is exactly what I expected. He's got McCaffrey, Chuba, Fournette, Sermon, and Pollard. So you just have like a stable of these running back threes. So I would search around. Look who has absolutely no running backs left, because it looks like you've collected enough to have depth. And I'd probably drop in some for receivers. Maybe combine. Who's a receiver?
The whole team.
Yeah, I want to see your team, see what you got for quarterback, running back. But I would definitely go look around, see who's hurting record wise, who doesn't have this depth that you have, because I think you're pretty solid right there.
Even
Pollard.
right now, man. I say even right now, if let's say you're sitting at 3-0, you can afford to. I would say if somebody's really down bad, maybe see if they'll take Chuba for something crazy. If they're really thirsty for some wins, because you might be able to. Even though I hate it with Fournette and Sermon, like you said, Elijah Mitchell might not even play next week, and they're playing who? Seahawks. We just talked about the Seahawks have the worst, the most giving run defense known to man right now.
Yeah,
so,
and they run the zone run just like the Vikings type running system. Yep. They might carve them up.
You can survive for a couple weeks until hold you over till McCaffrey gets back with that situation right there. Maybe somebody's really I want Chuba. So yeah, search around, fish a little bit, and see what you can get.
He could go real. Both these guys have CMC. I mean, he could go real scary mode and trade C-Mac if you want to. If you have somebody that really wants him.
I go back and forth this man
because he's got depth, man.
Because I've called this, man. I think his body is not built the same as those guys. It's just not. And hamstrings, they're talking about 3 weeks. They don't want to put him on IR. You remember how this went last year? Oh, he'll be back in 2 weeks. Week 15 rolls around. He comes out for 1 quarter or 1 game, and
This isn't quite the same though, Pat. They're 3-0. They're 3-0.
They are.
They're winning.
That is true.
They
don't need to rush them. Yeah, I get you on that.
So this is not quite. Last year they had a terrible record and they just were chucking it.
Hey, once again, fish, man. If somebody's ready to pay for CMC, I would do it. If you get some quality back, I would do it just because hamstrings are tricky, man.
League is this?
Sometimes they linger. So, all right. Any other questions, Eric?
Yeah. There's a few. Okay. Maybe I just play it safe until. Did we just read this? CMC really spooked me. Yeah. We agree. He's kind of scaring us. Starting out 2-1. That's good. You're in good shape, man.
You'll be.
Don't. Just give him away for nothing though.
Ooh.
Drop LaVisca or Bateman. Or Curtis Samuel. Does your waivers look like this right now? Because I would go Tim Patrick right here. Cordell Patterson's available. Oh no, he's not available. I don't know. Tell us who else is available if you could, because Bateman might miss this week again, and he might.
See, that's what the thing is. I don't think those two have shown anything enough because Kurt Samuel still might be out, or it could be 2 3 weeks before he really comes on the scene. So Lavishka, and once again, like the Jags offense looked a lot better, but I'm more of the guy like you burned me so many times. This week 4. By the end of 4 weeks, the first month of the season, you really have a better understanding to me. Always been like that. So if the saturation don't screw me over, Dak, Darnold, A-Rob will be fine. Jamar Chase because I'm dropped him for. Ooh, I like your league.
Yeah, please. Yeah, let me get in that.
Robbie has to trade for him just now. Um,
Would you? Yeah, he probably didn't have
what'd
to
you?
give
Yeah,
much up.
who'd you trade for
He probably
Robbie?
didn't have to give up anything for him. Let's
Yeah,
get
he's
this.
looking like an afterthought. So maybe you came up. Um, Tanya. I see, but that team right there, man, I think it'd be all right without. I would say put where you at, man. I won't even do anything because A Rob's gonna be fine. Keenan Allen's gonna get his. Mike Williams. You can literally play. I don't know if you have a 3 wide receiver 2. I would put literally play all 4 of those guys each week. And let that go. Um, yeah, bro, you'll be fine.
16-player
What?
league. He's kind of tough. Um,
Yeah,
how close are we to rostering? Okay, tell me who your waivers are. Let's try to get this, and then maybe this will help with this question for Hector.
I bet. Yeah. So personally, my waiver pickups. I talked about at the end. Rondale. It might have just been a week. Uh, my waiver pickups. We talked about this at the end of the
Switching the
game
background.
or end of the broadcast last week. Manny Sanders, man. I saw it coming. I foreseen it. You can watch it back, play it back, whatever you
He
want to
did.
say.
He said it.
I saw the man coming out, and he balled out. So I think he's going to be a part of the offense. And Stephon Diggs hasn't really been. I think he's been bad, but I think they need another guy. That's who Sanders is, especially with Josh Allen throwing the ball. AJ Green. Um, it's only been a couple weeks in a row, but he looks like he's part of that offense. He looks solid, health wise. Tim Patrick. The next one, I told you I don't trust any Bucks running back other than Gio Bernard. Tom Brady needs his James White. And I think I know he got hurt, so check on that, but I think he's going to rely on him a lot. Um, JJ Taylor, we talked about the running back that got hurt for James White. I think I read something. He got his hip shattered, so pretty much he's probably out of there.
Drop him.
Yeah. Brian Edwards, we talked about that a little bit. As far as I think that teams are stopping Darren Waller and Derek Carr's having a great year. They're going to pass the ball around. I think Brian Edwards right now, he's showing them. They were talking about him in camp. Last year, Ricky struggles sometimes. I think he's earned the trust of Derek Carr right now, especially in late games. He's getting the ball in late, clutch situations. Zach Moss, if you're really down bad, we already talked about that. Don't want anything to do with that backfield, but if you have nobody, it's a pure 50-50 thing going on over there.
Their Gainwell is available.
What?
Yeah, in a good amount. I saw he was one of the most added guys too. Just worth mentioning. I'd pick him up over Moss or yeah.
Gio right there.
Where the hell did he go?
And
anyway,
Josh Gordon. Everybody's like, oh look at that. One, he's gonna add on the Chiefs. 2, we already know how this offense looks. If your name's not Hill or Kelsey, you're playing back end fiddle.
Look at that, 35% own. Grab
I
him.
own him, so I think he's solid, man. He's just an athlete. Djax, that's an interesting one. That might be a deep flyer, especially that 16-team league, man. That might be a deep flyer because Djax is healthy. The way that offense is set up, looking right now, he might have a lot of one-on-ones, and that's not good. The man's still quick at 34, 35. He's still fast, so that might be a dart for you. Quarterback, obviously Derek Carr and Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's been playing. He's not Gase anymore. He's been playing solid. He's got weapons around him. Even though you might think Sam or CMC's down, we already talked about this. That's opportunity for Terrace Marshall. So he's still got weapons over there.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric? What's your pickups?
I was looking really at the tight ends this week. You might be kind of struggling, like we said. I think Everett gets really interesting if Lockett's going to be out. Mm-hmm. I said Dalton Schultz maybe a couple weeks too early. I talked about him. I think after week 1. He put up
22
targets,
flat.
2 receptions on week 2, but yeah, then he's back in the mix. I mean, who do you want to get beat by if you're opposing defenses? Do you want to get whooped by Lamb and Cooper? No.
Or
So
the
I
redhead.
I think these guys are going to be open across the middle. Um, yeah, and I don't know. I guess that's pretty much the main thing. Conklin, I think, is a step behind, and then
Ertz do today.
Fryermuth. He got open for like 1 catch and he got a touchdown. He wasn't really a part of it.
Oh
Dang,
yeah.
he actually was in there more than I thought. That's me that's me getting Goddard and Ertz mixed up a little too much. Okay,
They look
that
like
dude.
twins.
I watched that
Little big
game and I
bros out
swear to
there.
God I thought it was Goddard every time. All right, that's a miss. That's a miss. What would you
Wah,
say?
wah, wah.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody gets one once in a while. Here, what would you say this question? Is this a waiver? If you had
Wait.
number
Nope,
one
nope,
this week,
nope,
would
nope,
you burn it?
nope, 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 nope,
Wait on
nope,
it.
nope. Yep.
If there's any damn chance, there's no damn chance. Like Madison's available, probably not Hubbard. He might have actually said he had Hubbard already. I think
Yeah,
this
I
is a
can do it.
pass week. I think it's a pass week too.
Nope, nope.
But I
It'll come in
would
handy. That back pocket. You got a free jail card.
tomorrow
You got a
night.
jail free card.
If you want to stay up late, have a snack, get up at 3:30. I think it's time to get Trey Lance. Like I wouldn't try to be cute about it. If he's out there, I mean, I don't care if our friends are watching out. He's gonna be on my team. So, but like, it's time to snag these guys. Justin Fields, somebody might be dumb and drop him. Like get these guys that could be the Jalen Hurts of last year.
Period. Yep.
Kyle Juszczyk, he says pick him up. I don't think so. I think
No,
we'd have
no,
to
no.
have a freaking
So
George Kittle
so you
injury or
roll.
something
So
for that to
yeah,
happen.
no. He's gonna. Every year he has because he's really good. But every year he has a couple
He's
that
good in
helps
real
no
football.
one moments.
He's a
So
real football player, not a
yeah,
fantasy.
nah, bro. I don't even. What is he? He's considered a running. You're gonna put him in your running back slot.
Yeah, he probably has a duel. I haven't even looked at him.
He's a fullback, but I think he's a running back. He has to be. That's not worth it. Um, Dan
What?
Arnold just got traded.
Yeah, he just. I was gonna see. I can't remember what team.
Jags.
He's on the Jags now,
Yep, yep,
and their tight end just got hurt. That Shaughnessy guy. So I don't know.
yep.
We'll watch him.
It's crazy because he came over because the one dude was like, they paid him a little bit, like, come get an opportunity. Where would you rank? Ugh.
Yeah, that was. I made a. Well, he did a Twitter post today about me talking about Woods, but I don't know. It's like you can't really sell out to double cover or give a lot of attention to Cup, or else your offense is like literally exposed and they can just run it every play. So you like Cup is like almost automatically open in the slot so much. It's just like we can't really see people taking him away so much that it makes Woods. I think Woods has lost a step. I'm gonna say it.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
He's
he
been in the
has,
league for a
man.
while, man.
They have Van Jefferson running way more routes, even like he talked about with
DJs.
Robbie Anderson. They're still paying Woods a lot of money, and I don't know, something's fishy there.
Maybe he's hurt. He's been ill. I
He's
don't know.
I'm not
He's gonna
trying to
get his
start him.
casual. No, I wouldn't start him right now. He's gonna get his usual one carry a week. They got that down. Like, oh, you're gonna get your carry Woods. Okay, I'm happy. But no, to a further notes, I think he could do better. Somebody try to trade for him, I probably would. But I mean, at the same time, you won't get anything for him. So,
Hmm.
yep, good.
Yeah, I make too many moves to still have Lance, but he's coming back. Good,
He's coming
good
back.
pick. Good pick.
Um, okay.
3 receiver league, good. Your league should be 3 receiver. Should I trade away Ridley for Jamar Chase and Ayuk? Other receivers are Cooks, Jones Jr., Deontay, Ridley, Pittman.
Ooh.
I'm worried about Pittman, man. Just, predictable wise, I don't think he's predictable. So that's a problem with him, I think.
I know.
So
He's not consistent. Yeah. Man, I don't know, man. I'm not giving up on Ridley yet, bro. I'm still in. But if Jamar,
I need a
I
cut.
mean, he's gonna get the deep balls. But I don't know, man. As far as I'm starting to think about that a little bit. Like I'd entertain that, but Oh man, but just think about this in 2 weeks, right? You have, let's say, Jamar Chase, Brandon Ayuk, Cooks, Joe. Like, there's a lot of question marks in that lineup after that. If that were the case, like, not saying Jamar was going to fall off a cliff or anything, but Ayuk could go right back to the doghouse next week, and then Chase could,
Let's I don't know.
I said give
Ayuk
it a couple
Ayuk is
weeks.
kind of a throw. Are you? Should I trade
He's
away?
getting
So he's
Ayuk,
offering.
yeah, Calvin Ridley for Jamar Chase, and I just man,
I like some of these guys. These guys right here.
Marvin
Waddle.
Jones.
Maybe you get like a Waddle, a injured Higgins. I don't know. I like these. Like my guy. This is why I brought up this team. Like this is the kind of guys I think I want that have shown it but haven't been the most consistent. The
Opportunity.
Higgins, Claypool opportunities, Waddle. Like, can we get one of those maybe instead of Ayuk right now? He's just really dicey. I would be,
If you're gonna do this, tell him you need more for
yeah, just
Calvin
one.
Ridley,
Just give me one other option.
because Calvin Ridley, yes, his points not been there, but he's getting 11 targets a game. He's gonna get the he's in the script. And that's really it's gonna pop one day. He's just a much safer, consistent. Also, Jamar Chase went off last week because they didn't have who T Higgins, so gotta take that into account. I mean, Jamar Chase is gonna have those, but at the same time, I need more. I need more. I'm not ready because
We do
you
like
probably
Cooks.
spent 12. Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. But for as far as Ridley, you probably spend a second, maybe third round pick on him, maybe first. I don't know. I can't part ways with him for that yet. 'Cause I
What,
mean, and
Pat?
you could just be wasting a bench spot at the moment.
Rest of season. Rest of season. Mike Williams or Ridley?
I got both, so I don't even know.
Which one? Isn't that tough? I would.
I'm in that pickle right now. I'm thinking about trading Ridley because my in your league my receiver's so deep. Like, if you,
I
I
have
hate
too
having
many.
the problem where you like, oh, I should play him, but so, but the only thing, we talked about this. The role right now Mike Williams has, the targets, everything looks great. He's got, I think, about 25 target share with Keenan. Like him and Keenan are neck and neck right now. But once again, the only knock, and then I saw somebody tweet like the problem with this year is Mike Williams is going to say he had a better second half, and he's always been good, you guys. Health. That's his only problem. It's always only he's always gonna make those catches. But he's never also at the same time got 10 targets on average a game. Never happened. Usually like a 4 to 7. He's never been a 10. It's
Yeah, now he's
consistent.
a 10 to 12 every game. It's nuts.
And for so in my situation, I might move Ridley for a running back just because of that. Like
Thanks for
I
the
got depth
question,
there.
Tanner. That's a good. Yeah, we just think you need about a half of a better player than that. I think for
You could just be taking up a bench spot in frustration. So in that sense, it's not worth it.
um my other
Pretty cool.
my other receivers Claypool, Watkins,
Ooh.
Chenault. Do I bench Woods or start him?
It's crazy, bro. Like right now, I'd probably start Sammy Watkins. I don't. I mean, you could start Claypool, but we just talked about Big Ben looking like
Maybe not against the Packers, but the next week he gets the Packers. He's going to see a lot of
is
Jair.
Deontay Johnson back or no?
I don't know. He might be able to. He's just so damn tall. I don't know how that. I'm not interested in that game. What'd you say, Deontay Johnson?
Is he back?
There's no word. I don't think there's any info on that yet.
That's going to take an account, but
Maybe not this.
honestly, at that point, bro,
I think it's week to week. I think it's week to week who you go Claypool or Woods in that.
I think you keep Woods in there. If Claypool's with Jair, I keep Woods in that situation because Snow, the man gets 10 targets and gets 3 points. Don't know how that's possible. So until further notice, when they show you that he's doing something, yeah. All right, that's a lot of questions. Thanks for the question, man. You put a lot of
Thank,
words in there.
yeah, thank you,
All
Andrew.
right.
What's up? Good evening. Thanks for coming in. Your RBs are Eckler, Swift, CH, Damian Harris. Yeah, this is what I'm in. This you got all these guys that are like RB3s. Connor, Sermon, Latavius Murray, Adams, Woods, Anderson, Beasley, Myers, Michael Thomas is hanging on Michael Thomas. And he's got Hawkinson. That's all he needs at tight end. Streaming quarterbacks.
0-3.
0-3.
You
who's
must
his
you got
quarterback? He didn't say it,
points.
did he? Oh, streaming.
No,
Okay, streaming. Um,
Derek Carr,
why
Ryan
is
Tannehill.
Adolf Hitler coming in this? God, hang on, let me kick him out.
Um, yeah, make sure you have. I would say try to pick up Derek Carr or
There we
Ryan
go.
Tannehill.
I think he's low.
Even that Kirk Cousins, because the Vikings defense once again is not good, and they're going to be playing. They're going to be doing the same thing as last year. Um, I think I think right now May just got bad luck. You probably been playing mind games to the play. If you roll with Eckler and Swift every week over your two running back spots, Adams, Jacoby Myers. I'd play Jacoby Myers honestly. Um, Anderson, Beasley. I might try to see if you can trade a couple, maybe CEH right now after a good game. I might go try to trade him for a solid running back two or a wide receiver two. Because I think if you do that, you'll be all right. Because Michael Thomas will be back week 8 or 9. I think by that time, bro, you'll be all right. So try to make that move. I definitely tried out of those running backs, and the most you'll probably get, especially come off a big game. I think CEH. Damian Harris is a dog. I didn't play him last week. Knew that it was not a good matchup, but now, especially with James White being out for foreseeable future and whatnot, better matches are to come. So I'm saying get rid of CH and try to get like a wide receiver two. Just talk about it. Oh, he's back. Talk him up.
You might
But the
get like
rest of
a
them,
instant accept if you did like maybe for Mike Evans or freaking I don't know. I love T Higgins.
yeah, yeah, that could be a
You might
perfect
just
trade
get
right
an
there.
instant accept and then you're done with the CH BS because that
Yeah, it's a headache, man.
just
If you get T Higgins out there, click it. You can't click accept. Keep clicking it because you're good on this part, man. Like the running backs, you got depth. You need another receiver to go on with Adams. Adams had a couple slow weeks. I got him. I know it. He'll be fine. You know what you're gonna get out of it. And then I think you need the other receiver. I think Myers for right now will hold you over for yeah. Myers got like 12 targets last week, 14. He got something. So definitely I'd try to get rid of CH, get a receiver, put him in the lineup, and play Myers until Michael Thomas gets back. Stream Derek Carr, Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins. If none of those available, let us know. Other than that, I think you'll be fine. It's a long season, man. The goal is to get into the playoffs with momentum. You know, not to start off. You know how many people start off 3-0 and then they look back and they're so salty because their team falls off the road. It's something you got to think.
you have
Some teams
depth.
right now, look,
You have pretty good depth, man. Don't freak out.
some teams fall off the rails because literally their 7 starters are killing. But when they look at their bench, they have no bench. So they're one injury, one occurrence away from that. So you'll be all right, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to see maybe a streamer right now off of I don't know, one's not really jumping out to me. Buccaneers.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot of matchups, bro.
I
I
think you'd
would
probably go Raiders. Derek Carr
Derek
maybe,
Carr,
but yeah, I mean,
Chargers.
I think you're fine. We do want you to trade CH though. Come back to us with good news in a couple weeks.
And there's going to be plenty of opportunities, man. If you ever, send us a thing on TikTok, YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
Twitter, whatever it is. That's probably quickest. You can comment on this video as well. But yeah, I definitely think there's opportunity for growth right there. So go ahead and take care of that before it's too late. Higgins is a great prime target right now. You could sell him like that's Jamar Chase's team, yada yada yada. Do all that. Hey man, I'm trying to help, man. My bad. You got to think, man. Right now, a lot of people. This is the time to make.
That's
Even
what
if
he's
you're
talking
on three,
about.
you have time to make moves. Like this is not the time to sit back and say, okay, you can't be content, man. Always be ready to make a move. Obviously, it has to help you because a lot of players start off they're really great first half, and you flip them at the right time. But never be content. I don't care if your team's 3-0 or not. You got to keep moving.
Yeah, I was so close to trading away Terry McLaurin, but I had to kind of take a breath there the other night. Just for I
Who are you
probably
going
would
to
have.
trade for?
Uh,
Because you better got some. I don't care. Terry McLaurin, especially
I
somebody
think it was.
asked.
I think I was
We
just
talk about
going
Sunday.
for a quarterback and something.
Somebody, what they asked for the other day? Like, or they tweeted, "I bench DJ Moore for Terry McLaurin." Am I wrong? Yeah, you're wrong because both those guys should be in your lineup. Like,
Oh yeah, which to start? Yep.
yeah, like what? Tell me your lineup. That's all. And people always make moves, man. You just gotta be ready. Like I think you asked about the waiver wire. It's not that weak. It's not that weak.
Yeah, save that. Try to get in a fab league because that's just so much better. And now you can put $1 on somebody you actually want, not lose sleep
Mm-hmm.
on it if you don't get them. And I don't know, just a lot of good. You can use your smarts.
Pros. Yep, yep.
Yep. Any last minute questions? We're going to be signing off for about an hour, but we'll be back Sunday morning, 10. What is it, Pat? 10 a.m.
Sign off for about an hour. I'm not coming back here in an hour, man. You said that completely
What
wrong.
we've
I'm
been
signing
on
off
for
for
an
a
hour.
couple of
We've been
days.
on for an hour. We're signing off
Sign off for an
until
hour.
10
We'll be
a.m.
back.
Central, Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, whatever the hell time it is in Arizona.
No, no, no. It's 8
Yeah,
a.m., right? Oh, yeah. So,
11 a.m.
yeah.
Eastern.
I'm an AZ, man. It's early. But, yeah, man. You guys have any questions? Appreciate you guys jumping in and whatnot, chiming in. As always, like and subscribe. Send us any questions you got on that, man. Good luck on the waivers. And then stay safe out there. We'll see you Sunday morning.
Yep. Appreciate it. Have a good night.